Another day, day number 2. Today is September, what is it today? The 16th. Today's September 16th. And I'm going to be getting the rest of that drywall taken down to the little dumpster thing. This is the outside we saw yesterday, but that's where I'm talking about, that door right there, the little hinge and everything. So the goal for today is going to be clean up the rest of the drywall, bring it down to the dumpster bag. I'll walk up there with you. And then to cut up the carpet and get that rolled up. Gotta cut it in pieces, make it a little bit easier. But then I'm gonna bring the shop back up and get the everything else kind of cleaned up in here. So maybe a little bit more light for you than there was when we finished yesterday. I put these back in just to cover up that opening and kind of keep it sealed off for now till we get a little bit further in the project. But the goal will be to get this drywall taken down, get the carpet up, and then get the shop back up here and clean up all the little mess so it's a nice clean work area for the contractor when he comes to start working on it. Hopefully sometime in the next 2 weeks, I think. I'll have to talk to him and find out exactly when. But with that being said, time to haul this stuff outside. I better get to it. So all of the drywall is out. There's a whole bunch of little pieces and everything around here as well. But I have the shop vac, so I'm just going to try to get up as much as I can before I take the carpet out, and then I'll run back through the shop vac again, just so that way when I get the carpet out, I'm not carrying a whole bunch of little pieces out into the yard when I go to throw them out. So going to get as much of this as I can now, this leftover debris and everything that broke off from the drywall. And then I'll probably cut the carpet into 4 pieces, roll it up and bring it outside, and then clean up again. And my job is pretty much done until we can start, doing the flooring and stuff. But again, a contractor's going to have to get in here before that. I will probably take you guys to Home Depot at some point, show you some of the things I'm thinking about buying for once it's all finished, like the flooring and a little fireplace to heat up in here and everything. Kind of show you guys some of that stuff as well. So you might take a trip to Home Depot with me. But I'm going to start vacuuming. And once I get that all done and it's all cleaned up, I'll show you what it looks like as I start ripping up the carpet. So I will return. All right. Well, I just cut off the first section of carpet. I think I can actually probably do it in thirds. We'll see. But there's still a lot of debris, but it's just too big for the shop vac to get up, so I'm going to have to kind of sweep it up. But I've been using the carpet, pulling the carpet back and letting all the debris kind of come to the middle, cutting it. So that section of carpet's clean. Then when I get to the last one, it'll be easier to clean up that way. But you can see underneath, they have this underlayment thing down for the carpet. Now, I am going to be putting laminate flooring down, so I'm wondering, I probably should just take this whole thing up because I don't know how long this has been here. I mean, it looks like it's in pretty decent condition. So I could save this and I would save myself the work from having to do, putting underlayment down, but it'd be relatively simple to do because it's just going to be a wide open space. So I'll take this underlayment for the carpet up as well, because I also think sometimes it's different. Sometimes what you put underneath for a carpet is different than what you put underneath for laminate flooring or something. So we will see about that. And then I also want to clean up behind in here anyway, so I should rip that up too. And get a look at what the subfloor underneath looks like, because I'm thinking we may end up having to put some plywood over top of that. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So this is all I have left for now. I'm just going to keep pulling this carpet back, cleaning it up a little bit, ripping it off, sending it outside. Unfortunately, I'm definitely gonna need to get another dumpster bag thing. So the cost, that was $200, $30 for the bag, $170 for them to come pick it up. It's now going to be another $200 basically. So $400 pretty much going to be in just doing the removal of all the junk and everything. So, but I guess that's probably a nominal price to pay. I don't know how else I would go about doing such a large amount anyway. And we were able to get rid of some other things that were in the house that didn't involve the garage or, this here. So I guess it's not all just for this space. So But anyway, all right, I'm going to keep ripping up this carpet, and I will join you when I have it fully finished, and you can see the subfloor down here. That's the next time I'll bother you. So see you in a minute. All right, well, that is done. I'm going to go ahead and flip you around here so you can see again, probably a little bit dark, so don't expect to see too much, but here you go. So here is the flooring, the subflooring underneath. I still have to run the shop vac around the edges and everything, and I'll sweep up and kind of get a pile, but I think I got most of the big stuff out. I just used a dustpan and broom to get most of the big stuff out. I was a little concerned because, for a couple reasons. One, I noticed underneath that there was some water right here, and you can see the little water stains there. And then there's a little bit more significantly back in this area here. But it makes sense now as to why those water stains are there, because one, remember, none of this was insulated. Now, there was no water damage that I could see on the drywall itself, but none of this was insulated. And again, these were, this was probably a window at some point. It looks like they just framed in. This was obviously a door that opened up so they could get stuff up here. And then this window, remember, it's just been this that's been sitting in front of it. So when it rains and everything, of course, there's water that's going to leak in. You can actually kind of see where it's come down here. It doesn't look bad enough where this isn't like all completely rotted out or anything. So I don't think I have to worry about having to come in here and replace any of this. For the most part, I'm relatively pleased with the condition of the flooring that's here right now. Again, it's not amazing, but it seems structurally sound. It's pretty sturdy. I'll ask the contractor what he thinks, whether or not, it might not hurt just to come and put a level of plywood on top of it. Again, probably because it's probably a little bit unlevel in here, although I'm holding the camera kind of sideways too, but it's probably a little unlevel in spots, so that's going to make it a little more difficult when it comes to putting the laminate flooring down. So it might not be a bad idea to get some plywood down and level things up a little bit if I have to, and go from there. So that'll be something I'll talk to him about as well. But for the most part, I'm pretty pleased, again, with the condition of the floor here. Everything looks pretty good for being as old as it is. My thoughts for the space was that they probably recently put the drywall and stuff up. I'm assuming that it looked like this for quite some time. And probably not long before we moved in, they probably put the drywall up because someone was staying up here. They're using this as a bedroom or whatever. But I've been up here, I was up here working out and things when the gyms were closed and whatever. So I kind of use this as a workout space. So I've been jumping up and down on this floor and everything, and have not had any issues where it's felt unstable or anything like that. But we want to be on the safe side. So the contractor will check everything out here and make sure structural integrity and everything is good. But I think for the most part, I won't have too much of an issue putting down some flooring on this. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So from here, I'm just going to run the shop vac, clean up some of the corners and that kind of thing. I probably also will have to get my my drill or a screwdriver and get all these screws out that was hanging the drywall, because that'll make their life a lot easier when they come in to hang the drywall, that's for sure. So I'll get those taken out as well. But so that's kind of it. So I'm just going to kind of finish cleaning up, but there you have it. I will probably have another project that I'm going to do. This was not something I was going to plan on doing, but I think it'll be easy enough to do, even though I've never done anything like it before. I think I'm going to go ahead and replace these steps myself. There was that one there, but I think, again, I say it should be easy enough, but I think it should be easy enough. Just the steps. I'm just going to replace the steps. This, I might even replace the railing too. I don't know, but the steps themselves, some of them are kind of worn, and it might just make it look a little bit neater. And it would be nice probably to put something on the steps, some sort of tread, because in the winter time, if I have to come out here, this is going to be a pain. I'm going to have to keep it clear with a shovel and everything too, because of snow. But I'll see. Maybe there's something I can do to kind of cover it up a little bit. But so that might be a project to do, because again, it's going to be a couple weeks before they can even start working in here. And my job, for the most part, in here is pretty much done. So I'll give myself something to do by maybe replacing those steps, but we shall see. So anyway, so that's going to be it here. If I do anything out there with the stairs and start that, I'll come back to you. But until then, I'll update you whenever the next big thing happens and is going on here, and we'll see you then. So for now, this is what we got. Here it is, demoed and ready for renovation. See ya whenever. Hello, today is September. Oh, I just looked too, and I messed it up. Today's the 19th, September 19th, and I have another project for myself today. Pretty much everything that's been in the upstairs part of what's going to be the office that I can do is done. So I'm pretty much finished up there. But one of the things that I am going to do, which I've never done before, and I really have no basis for like why I should be able to do this other than just deciding to give it a go, give it a try, is replace the stairs. Let me flip you around here. So you can see the stairs here. Some of them are pretty worn. Some of them are okay. There's that one up the top that's a lot thinner. That one definitely needs to be replaced. But I just decided, you know what? Let's just go ahead and replace the whole shebang. Let's do the whole thing. It shouldn't be too terrible. And then I'll get in here too and I'll cut some of these vines up. So basically, the way I'm going to go, I'm just going to lift up, treads on one of the steps, cut, replace, and then work my way up, and we'll see how far I make it today. But I got all the lumber in the garage. I went to Home Depot. I got some deck screws and that kind of thing, which should be long enough, hopefully, to hold everything in place. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before, but it should be relatively simple, right? You just cut to the size that's here and just kind of go up the ladder here. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Easier said than done, usually seems to be the case. But anyway, here we go. Fixing some stairs today. Well, there are some of the old steps, and here are some of the new steps. There you go. What did I get? About just under halfway, about halfway done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the landing. So a little bit less than halfway done. So for the most part, it was pretty much what I thought it was going to be. Just, pry and cut and replace. I'm not perfect on some of my cuts because my saw is not the best, but at least I'm relatively close. A couple spots where I had to reinforce, I forget what they call it, but these little things on the side, the actual thing that holds the steps, I forget what the name is of what they call it, because it is split in a couple spots and cracked in a couple spots. So I kind of reinforced with some screws and everything. I can see a few spots where it's split going on the way up. I think it'll be okay. I'll have the one guy check basically when he comes to start working on stuff, but I think for the most part it'll be okay. Someone drives down the street. And the other thing was that this is starting to pull off here, so I'm probably going to have to take the whole railing off and then reattach it to the new steps that I did. So it's not too much, it's not crazy terrible, but it's a little bit more than what I thought it was going to be. I think it's going to take a little more work than what I thought it was going to be. So we will see. I might try to reinforce it again in a couple different spots as well, just to make sure, because we're going to be carrying some pretty significant stuff up and down those steps. But anyway, about halfway done. So that's it for today. I probably won't get to it tomorrow because I'm preaching at church tomorrow. So I'll probably get back to it on Monday. Anyway, there you have it. Steps. Some of them are in. Good job. See you tomorrow. Or see you Monday.